Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. It is April 12th, 2024. Let's check in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill, you're the bearer of good news this morning for our weekend forecast.
Yeah, for sure. It's looking dry and warmer with highs in the low to mid 70s. So really nice conditions for the weekend. We'll get to that in just a moment. First of all, a check of yesterday's highs. And boy, it all depended on your sunshine and when that rain moved in. We saw plenty of sunshine through the midday hours in La Crosse and points east. So highs well into the 60s there. Clouds and rain showers earlier to our west. So highs there only in the lower to middle 50s. Now currently partly cloudy. Still some puddles in the parking lot across the street on some of the streets in the area from our 0.05 inches of rainfall here in La Crosse, but some higher totals in some spots, especially down to our south and east. Again, 65 the high yesterday. That's above the average high of 58. Remember last year on this date, 90 degrees. Yeah, that's the record high for today. 19 the record low, and the sun rises this morning at 6:26. Now that rain from the overnight has now shifted well to our south and east. Still some leftover clouds near and south of La Crosse, but again, we're going to get into plenty of sunshine over the next couple of hours. Current temps in the 40s all across the board, and we will see highs today right around 60 in La Crosse. Still kind of breezy with those northwest winds 10 to 20, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. I will have more information on that 8-day forecast that's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Bill. Turning now to some breaking news. President Biden announcing this morning that 277,000 more Americans will get their student debt canceled. This latest round of forgiveness comes just days after the president unveiled other plans to cancel debt for more than 30 million Americans. It applies to borrowers enrolled in the SAVE plan, income-driven repayment plans, and those who receive public service loan forgiveness. The administration has now approved cancellation for borrowers that work in public service, those who've been defrauded by schools, and disabled borrowers, including veterans. You can learn more at studentaid.gov/debt relief. This week's episode of CBS's 48 Hours takes a look at the story of the disappearance of Winona mother Madeline Kingsbury. Peter Van Sant speaks with Madeline's sister Megan about how she documented her sister's disappearance until she was found dead. Here is a sneak preview of that upcoming episode.
After not hearing from her sister Maddie on March 31st, 2023, Megan Kingsbury first reached out to Adam Fravel, who lived with Maddie and is the father of their two children.
He said, "I'm concerned too because I haven't heard from her."
Megan then took to social media.
My sister is still missing. Police and other law enforcement are obviously still searching. We just can't figure out where she is.
Maddie's body was discovered 2 months later, about 5 miles from Adam Fravel's parents' home. Fravel was arrested and charged with murder. In a strange twist, Megan had told police about a comment Adam made 18 months before Maddie's disappearance.
He essentially had told her, if you don't start listening up, you'll end up like Gabby Petito.
Gabby Petito, the young woman whose case fixated the nation in the fall of 2021. According to the criminal complaint, Adam claimed he was trying to make a joke. He denied any physical abuse. During the search, he put out a statement that read, in part, "I have cooperated with law enforcement at every turn. I did not have anything to do with Maddie's disappearance."
And you can catch the full episode of 48 Hours tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Channel 8. The man accused of homicide and attempted homicide in the 2022 Apple River stabbings is found guilty. The jury finding Nikolai Mew guilty of 1 count of first-degree reckless homicide, 4 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and 1 count of battery. The trial lasted 8 days with more than 3 dozen witnesses taking the stand. Mew stabbed 5 people on the river on July 30th, 2022. Killing 17-year-old Isaac Schumann and injuring 4 others. The victims ranging in age from 17 to 24. They were from Wisconsin and Minnesota. A liberal member of Wisconsin's Supreme Court is not seeking a fourth term. Justice Ann Walsh Bradley says she'll finish out her current term, which is up next year. The 73-year-old says it's time to pass the torch and bring some fresh perspectives to the court. Conservative and former Attorney General Brad Schimmel is already a confirmed candidate for Walsh Bradley's seat. Dane County Judge Susan Crawford and State Court of Appeals Judge Chris Taylor are both considering a bid as well. Wisconsin's Elections Commission unanimously rejecting a petition to recall Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. Activists angry over Vos's refusal to decertify Biden's 2020 win, filing that petition, but it lacked sufficient valid signatures. The Racine DA is investigating fraudulent names on those forms. Ex-Justice Michael Gableman, whom Vos hired then fired over a failed election probe, baselessly claimed the recall was sabotaged.
When they instigated this recall on January 10th, the person who did so listed Assembly District 63. And unless you've got something in writing that says otherwise, I am fairly confident that when our staff says that they did not tell anyone what district to file in, that they are being honest and truthful with us.
The same petitioners are filing a second recall effort now. Those petitions are due at the end of next month. It is the news clean water advocates and a lot of people here in the Coulee region were waiting for. New federal regulations are putting strict limits on forever chemicals that are found in our drinking water. News 8 Now's Allison Fergott met with local advocates who hope this will bring about wider change throughout our area.
Super exciting, long time coming.
New federal regulations require public water systems to test for 6 different kinds of PFAS. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources set the state standard for PFAS contamination to 70 parts per trillion a few years ago.
We've known forever that the 70 parts per trillion was terribly outdated.
The new regulation moves the standard down to just 4 parts per trillion, the equivalent of 4 drops of water in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
This is an investment in people's health. PFAS is a health crisis, right? It's not an inconvenience. It's a health crisis.
The EPA estimates 6 to 10% of the nation's water systems will need to make changes, and that could include systems in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley. Data shared in 2023 shows La Crosse's water utility could violate the new standards. Same can be said for Eau Claire's waterworks. Public water systems will have until 2029 to reduce their PFAS contamination levels. The new regulations target municipal water systems, not groundwater, which is what residents in the town of Campbell rely on for their drinking water.
When your well gets contaminated, currently there's no groundwater standard to help you out. It's your personal well, it's your personal responsibility.
Although the new regulations will not directly help the town as it deals with widespread PFAS contamination, Supervisor Lee Donahue says it could have a trickle-down effect.
I think it's definitely an impetus for further work.
The new federal regulations come as Wisconsin politicians continue to argue over funding set aside to help communities like the town of Campbell that are impacted by PFAS. The $125 million is currently held up in the state's Joint Finance Committee.
I don't understand how this has become a political issue.
We need to move beyond just the partisan politics in this.
Governor Tony Evers has now called on that committee to hold a special session on Tuesday, April 16th. State Senator Brad Pfaff is optimistic the federal regulations will lead to more agreement between the two parties.
Now that the federal government is finally stepping forward, hopefully that can bring, on a bipartisan basis, more agreement that more needs to be done.
But if past special sessions are telling, not much should be expected to come from it.
Allowing $125 million to sit in an account and not help the people that are seriously hurting just doesn't begin to make sense.
Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Fergott, News 8 Now, This Morning.
Until Tuesday, cities like La Crosse will now be focused on starting to get their water systems tested. Looking for something to do over the weekend? Check out these events in our area. The Onalaska Omni Center hosting its spring gift and craft show Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can browse hundreds of vendors selling decor, pottery, and more. Admission is free, but non-perishable food donations are welcome to support the Onalaska Food Pantry. And in Eau Claire, the Spring Soiree vendor market runs Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Eau Claire Event District. Explore goods from 60 Wisconsin Wisconsin-based vendors. And Winona is turning into Margaritaville tomorrow night as Parrot Head Paradise pays tribute to Jimmy Buffett at Cotter High School. The 11-person band will take the stage at 7 p.m. You can grab your tickets at hurryback.org. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, a disturbing extortion scheme preying on teenagers. Now Instagram is fighting back with some new features to protect young users. We'll tell you more coming up. And with higher than expected inflation data out this week, some economists are now predicting the Fed will have to hike interest rates this year. We'll have those details in today's Consumer News. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Archaeologists have uncovered stunning frescoes of mythological characters at the archaeological site of Pompeii in southern Italy. They found a banquet hall with walls painted black and decorated with characters associated with the Trojan War. The ancient Greco-Roman city of Pompeii was buried under ash and volcanic glass during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. And since the 1700s, archaeologists have been unearthing the city that's been frozen in time. Don't go anywhere. Your Consumer News at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buy $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
It took 34 years to change this place from worn out to wonderful, slow and steady to keep overhead low. The same slow, steady growth has grown us to the best team of home improvement professionals in the region, over 80 today. Voted best to La Crosse because of exceptional quality and unexpected low prices. Whatever your next project, contact us today for a prompt free estimate. You have a problem, we have the solution. Better than you imagined for less than you expected. Contact the board store today.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models, or get $1,500 cash allowance. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles in remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
Hey, welcome back and a good Friday morning to it. It is 6:13. A check of the schoolcast as you get the little ones ready for their day. It's going to be another breezy day, but otherwise temperatures pretty close to where they should be. Our average high is 58. I'm forecasting a high of 60. Expect mid-40s at 7 a.m. and mid-50s at lunchtime. Look at this cute little basset hound. You little rascal. Love the name, by the way. Hoping to walk. I love the head tilt. Maybe You little rascal saying, can I please go for a walk? Hoping to walk with Dennis today. It's not going to be a bad day for outdoor plans other than those breezy northwest winds, 10 to 20, gusting perhaps 25 to 30 miles per hour in spots. Now, we've got some damp spots on the parking lot across the street. Also, some of the streets in downtown La Crosse from our 0.05 inches of rainfall here in La Crosse. Other areas saw quite a bit more than that, especially if you saw some thunderstorm activity off to the east. A warm weekend in store with highs in the 70s. I'm tracking another chance of thunderstorms Monday night and Tuesday. A lot of wind with that system as well. And then cooler temperatures later next week. Now, last night's rain in La Crosse has pushed well to our south. Still some leftover cloud cover kind of right near and south and east of La Crosse, but we'll get into plenty of sun over the next couple of hours. Current temperatures, everyone in the 40s now, 41 in Preston to 49 in La Crosse and Boscobel. And again, still breezy today with sunshine and just a few clouds mixed. Highs in La Crosse right around 60 degrees. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast that's coming up in about 3 minutes or so.
In your consumer news this morning, Instagram is taking steps to crack down on teenage sextortion. It is an alarming trend where scammers convince teens to send them nude photos. Then they tell the teens they'll post the images online unless the victims send money or gift cards. Yesterday, the company announced it's testing new features to curb the crime, including blurring nude images sent in direct messages and letting users know when they've interacted with somebody who's engaged in financial sextortion. Harvard will again require SAT or ACT scores for admission. The policy applies to students seeking entry in fall 2025. Harvard is the latest Ivy League school to bring back that mandate. The requirement was paused during the pandemic. Officials cite data showing test scores do predict college and future success. And mortgage rates drifted slightly higher this week on the heels of disappointing March inflation numbers. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.88% in the week ending April 11th, that is this week, up from 6.82% the week before. A year ago this time, the rate was just over 6.25%. Although rates have stayed steady in recent weeks, higher than expected inflation numbers could move things in the wrong direction. And many signs point to a thriving U.S. economy, so experts have been predicting they would cut interest rates, but those recent inflation numbers we just mentioned, they are changing that. Amy Kiley has more.
We got to go all the way.
A small but growing number of Fed officials and economists say it's possible interest rate hikes could be coming. Fed Governor Michelle Bowman says an increase could be necessary if inflation progress reverses. And the Minneapolis Fed president says a hike is not off the table.
We stop short, then you all are going to say, well, maybe they're going to stop short next time.
Those are minority Fed views, but the new Consumer Price Index report shows inflation accelerating. That has former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers floating the idea of a rate increase. A wholesale inflation gauge out yesterday is better than expected, but it shows the highest 12-month increase in almost a year.
The one thorn in our side, obviously, is inflation, which has been very hard to vanquish.
The uncertainty is affecting the stock market.
There's so much dissent within the Federal Reserve and their governors coming out at different times. The fact that they don't speak in one voice, and I know they're not supposed to, but it can be so confusing to the marketplace.
It's also creating doubt that loan rates will improve soon,
which many people were expecting, whether to buy a car or to purchase a home in the next few months.
And stubborn inflation itself affects how Americans feel.
Even though Americans' wages overall have lately been outpacing inflation, that still doesn't mean that Americans feel great about their finances.
Another new report out yesterday shows mortgage rates are slightly higher week over week. That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:17. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at today's forecast. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, Alexandra. Before we get to that forecast, a review of the month of April. Those high temperatures, again, as advertised, we took a little step back yesterday, but not too much, from that 72 on Wednesday to 65 yesterday. We'll be closer to 60 today and then back in the 70s for the weekend. But 6 days so far this month below average and 5 above average. Now, rainfall totals yesterday were very hit and miss. In fact, most spots, including La Crosse, just 0.05 inches here, were in that trace to a 1/10 of an inch range. But 3 stripes of higher totals from Rochester down through parts of Fillmore and Winneshiek counties. Another stripe in Jackson, or I should say Juneau and Adams counties. And then the heaviest rainfall was with some thunderstorm activity from far southern Monroe County through parts of Vernon County, and especially into Richland County and right on the Richland-Crawford County line. Well over an inch of rain with some brief downpours and maybe even some small hail and gusty winds and some of that activity. Just some high clouds left over this morning. 49 degrees at the airport, 48 downtown. Winds still rather blustery, northwesterly at 10 to 20. It's making it feel like 43, and the Mississippi is rising 6.11 feet. 44 for you folks in Eau Claire with a mainly clear sky and a northwest wind there, making it feel like 39. So pretty much all of our communities in the 40s now. 45 in Winona and Black River Falls, 46 in Sparta, and 45 in Viroqua. Again, still breezy today, northwesterly at 10 to 20, maybe some gusts of 20 to 25, even 30 miles per hour at times, and that is causing wind chills a little bit cooler this morning. Now, the rain showers have shifted well to the south and east. You can see that cloud cover starting to dissipate and shift south and east as well as high pressure moves in from the west. Kind of a squeeze play between that ridge and the departing low. That's what's causing that northwesterly breeze to continue for today. Plenty of sun, though, just a few fair weather clouds scattered about. Tonight, mainly clear, and then tomorrow, lots of sunshine. And notice how the winds shift around to the south. That's going to warm temperatures nicely this weekend. In fact, low to mid 70s both days. Some passing rain showers to our north and east Saturday night, but our area looks to stay dry. And then Sunday's looking dry as well. Zone forecast showing highs today, fairly seasonable. Our average high is 58. We're going to be right around 60 in La Crosse. And most spots will see highs in the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees, including Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls, with highs right around 59. Nice warm up though for tomorrow, right around 73 for La Crosse and on Alaska. Low to mid 70s down to the south. In fact, most spots seeing highs between about 70 and 75 degrees, maybe even some 76s and 77s, even a 78 up the river in Pepin and Durant. So for today, still breezy with that mix of sun and just a few clouds, highs around 60. Mainly clear tonight with lighter winds, lows around 38. And then for the weekend, nice. Low to mid 70s and dry, still warm on Monday, 76. Then I'm tracking some thunderstorm chances for Monday night and Tuesday. A lot of wind with that system as well. Highs back in the 60s. Lingering showers into Wednesday morning. Slight chance of showers next Thursday and Friday, but breezy and cooler later in the week. 56 on Thursday, 50 next Friday, and highs around 52 on Saturday. So all the reason more to enjoy this warmer weekend in store tomorrow and Sunday. Alexandra?
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. We better enjoy it while we can. Thank you, Bill. The time now is 6:21. Still to come, a popular children's toy is being pulled from shelves, and new guidelines are out on when kids should start using social media. From physical safety to mental well-being, we're covering all the angles to keep your little ones thriving after the Sports Blitz.
Rivals going head-to-head on the softball circle as well as the pitch. Plus, we had first-round highlights of the Masters. All that coming up in the Blitz.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Baths is looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now be one of 50 homeowners who call and receive free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City Baths.
They're very concerned about the job that they do and very professional and like I said before, very friendly, so I appreciated that too.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. Our custom baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. Plus, with our price lock guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. So pick up the phone, schedule your bath or shower installation, and ask about Mad City's double lifetime labor warranty. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath bath or shower. 50 homeowners who call now will receive special savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your estimate. Now be sure to have your zip code and location ready to qualify here at Mad City. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, in western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
Shop the Spring Gift and Craft Show April 13th and 14th at the Onalaska Omni Center.
Welcome to the Blitz. The high school spring sports season is finally in full swing. We've had some great action this week, and it continued yesterday on the softball circle with 2 MVC rivals going head-to-head. Let's go to Logan High. Rangers hosting Holman. Vikings put up 1 in the first, but bottom 1, Molly Erickson at the plate. She gets all of this. A laser beam to left center. This one gets out in a hurry. Solo blast for Erickson. Ties it at 1, but top 2, Holman heating up. Taylor Everson is going to line a base hit to left field. Vikings with 2 runners on. Then it's Molly Towner chopping 1 to short. Nice play by Adriana Lean, but everybody's safe. Vikings would take the lead on a sac fly, and then it's Macy Klein blowing this one wide open. She goes back up the box for a base hit. That's going to score a pair. Here comes Towner rounding third. She scores easily. 2-run single by Klein. Vikings put up 4 in the inning. Holman gets the road win, 8-2, the final. Top 2 teams in the MVC going at it last night at Field for Kids. Central hosting rival Onalaska. Riverhawks putting the pressure on early. Elliott Dale, good look, just a bit wide though. But later in the first, great ball movement leads to this strike from Avery Bosshard. Corner pocket, you bet. Central takes a 1-0 lead. Other end, Hilltoppers looking for the equalizer, but Laura Lapp is going to sky high for the save. Nice stop from the goalie. Riverhawks up 1 at the break, but second half now, Anna gets on the board. Corner kick for the Hilltoppers. Leads to this header by Morgan Duss, a beauty. She finds the back of the net. Couldn't draw it up any better. We're tied at 1. It would stay that way. Lapp, another big save, but this one ends in a 1-1 draw. Let's go to Augusta. Major season, first round of the Masters. Tiger Woods looking for his 16th career major. 48-year-old was off to a hot start. He birdied the first, then the same result on 8. Woods is 1 under through the first 13 holes. He'll finish up round 1 today. Scotty Scheffler on a roll. He sinks the long birdie putt here on the par 3 6th. But Bryson DeChambeau also red hot in round 1. Long birdie putt on the par 3 12th. DeChambeau drops it in. That moves him to 3 under. Check out this shot though from Scheffler. Tee shot on the par 3 16th. Can't do it too much better than this. He tapped it in for birdie. Scheffler is 6 under after round 1, but he'll be chasing this guy on Friday. DeChambeau on 17, another birdie for Bryson, 7 under after round 1, a 1-stroke lead for him going into round 2. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Come join us for the first annual Rockin' Home Show at Features Fieldhouse in West Salem, April 13th and 14th. Enjoy live music, great exhibits, and entertainment for all ages.
Ethan, that's for the kids.
Yes!
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
Carl's spring cleaning sale is going on right now.
Save up to 60% on floor displays, scratch and dent, and one-of-a-kind items.
Buy an LG 4-piece kitchen package and get an LG 55-inch TV free.
Purchase an LG laundry pair and get a 9-month supply of detergent free.
TVs are clearance price.
Save up to 70% on in-stock mattresses.
Also, our new grills have arrived.
Our spring cleaning sale is on.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
It's here, the new Modular One Ultimate Seating Solution at Home Furniture. Okay, so you're shopping for a sofa or sectional. You want a perfect fit. So how exactly do you do that? Well, the Modular One does exactly that every time. Choose from 6 versatile functional pieces starting at $449 in 5 great colors. Pick what you need, combine, adjust. That's it. Your room, your way. The Modular One, exclusively at Home Furniture.
Come join us for the first annual Rockin' Home Show at Features Fieldhouse in West Salem, April 13th and 14th. Enjoy live music, great exhibits, and entertainment for all ages.
Ethan, that's for the kids. Yes!
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time. The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, the CDC found no link between COVID vaccines and cardiac deaths among young people in a new analysis. They examined nearly 1,300 death certificates of Oregon residents between the ages of 16 and 30 who died from heart conditions or unknown causes between June 2021 and December 2022. Of the 101 cardiac-related deaths, only 40 had received COVID vaccines, with just 3 dying within 100 days of that vaccination. Importantly, none of the death certificates listed vaccination as a cause of death. If your child plays with a battery-powered mini speaker, here it is on your screen, you may want to listen to this. The Yoto mini speaker is being voluntarily recalled this morning because its lithium-ion battery can overheat. If you own one of these speakers, you can visit the toy manufacturer's website for instructions on how to receive a new charging cable that will only charge the battery to safe levels. Yoto says they have also implemented an automatic software update that'll help improve the battery management. A new Florida law bans younger children from having social media accounts. The issue has many parents questioning at what age should kids start using social media, and should the government have a say? CBS's Jeff Wagner has more.
Having a drink, driving a car, all are well known for their legal age restrictions. Social media is a bit more of the Wild West.
It's done. There you go.
And Florida's governor is trying to rein it in. The state's new law bans children under 14 years old from social media. Kids 14 to 15 need parental consent. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok would also be required to close accounts that don't meet the age restrictions.
14 is what was recommended as a healthy place to start.
Sarah Jerstad is the clinical director of psychological services at Children's Minnesota, and got the 14-year-old recommendation from a study done by the Surgeon General.
It has to do with brain development. So what we know is at age 14, we're able to start that process of reasoning.
She says 14-year-olds also better prioritize how they spend their time and hopefully have established hobbies or relationships.
Because one of the concerns is that if social media becomes prominent so early, it might displace some of those other healthy activities.
In that Surgeon General's study, teenagers reported spending an average of 3.5 hours on social media a day.
Do you think we should leave it up to the government or it should be up to parents?
I'm not sure. I don't mind too much government guidance.
Guidance,
not necessarily
mandates.
However age restrictions are determined, Dr. Jerstad says parents should set a good example for their children and put the phone down and do activities together without devices.
The Surgeon General study also found nearly half of teens said social media made them feel worse about their body image. 6 community volunteers are competing to conduct the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra this spring, and at the same time, these conductor wannabes are raising money for a nonprofit of their choice. Michael Scott is raising money for the diaper bank at the Parenting Place. He says diapers are something families will always need.
Diapers are very expensive. It's a real budget breaker for a lot of families, and by providing these diapers, we are alleviating a lot of family stress and just really giving our families some concrete support.
Each vote is a minimum of $2. Half will go to the LSO. The other half will go to the candidate's chosen charity. The winner and runner-up with the most votes will each get to conduct a piece with the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra at the May 4th concert. Community Connections Center, a social gathering place for seniors in La Crosse, is set to close its doors for good at the end of June. News 8 Now's Michael Germain has a closer look at their relocation plans.
So the city decided to not renew the lease here at this space.
Since 2021, the Community Connections Center has been a senior gathering place, hosting different programs, events, and activities. But that will all change soon.
We wanted to be conscious of the tax dollars that were going into this facility.
The center wants to better utilize the resources they already have. In May, all the current programs will be moving to the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center in the Southside Neighborhood Center.
On the flip side, we were also really excited to kind of piece that puzzle together and still have those programs and then just have different locations for them.
One of those programs at the center is the Art Club. Bill Eddy has run the program for the past 15 years and says the move will be more convenient for seniors.
We're kind of happy to move. I work with seniors a great deal, and it's difficult access for seniors here. Parking is very easy. Accessibility is very easy, so I'm looking forward to the move.
Reporting in La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 8 Now, this morning.
Krull anticipates the transition will be smooth and adds a new lease in the future is still unknown. The time now is 6:35. Here's News 8 meteorologist Bill Grull to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
It's looking just fine, Alexandra. Again, we had some light rain showers in the La Crosse area overnight, just a couple hundredths of an inch of rainfall, so you might see a few puddles in spots, but otherwise dry conditions all across the region as the rain and the clouds even are quickly moving south and east and out of the area. So drive-cast for our Friday. You'll definitely need the sunglasses. We're going to see plenty of that. Just a few fair weather clouds scattered about. Still kind of breezy though. Northwesterly winds 10 to 20, maybe some gusts of 25 to 30 miles per hour. So you can see on radar those rain showers quickly shifted south by about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, and now the clouds are starting to make their way out of the area as well. Current temperatures in the 40s for everyone. 44 in Eau Claire, 45 in Winona, 49 in La Crosse, 45 in Viroqua, and 47 in Prairie du Chien. Again, lots of sun, just a few fair weather clouds, still breezy with highs in La Crosse around 60 degrees. You're going to love the weekend, and I will have my detailed 8-day forecast coming up on the other side of the break. Alexandra?
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We've got Mason turning 8 weeks old today. He loves to be cuddled, keeping his family up at night, and is always smiling. August is turning 8 months old. He loves to jump and bounce around in his jumper. And Brooklyn is turning 8 years old. She loves going on bike rides, shopping, and being around her family. Happy birthday to them. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. It is Foodie Friday here on News 8 Now this morning. We will have the owner and operator of Nosh Scratch Kitchen in studio with us next to talk about their ever-changing menu.
At By Goffin Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goffin Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal. We're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we're bringing out all the latest styles for patio and outdoor furniture. From dining sets to sectionals and even fire tables, they're all on sale. We've got all of our favorites in stock. That means no waiting. Plus, for a limited time, you'll receive free delivery on your outdoor furniture. Shop the best quality brands from Homecrest and Brizesta, furniture that's designed to last in any weather. Sale prices and free delivery happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a cruciate ligament injury or torn ACL? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in knee reconstruction using the TPLO. This is a gold standard that's been used by veterinarians for over 40 years and provides the strongest fixation in ACL repair. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open.
You are not supposed to touch the thermostat.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
Welcome back, everyone. A good Friday morning, too, at 6:40. Before we get to the forecast, a check of the allergy report. Medium symptoms today and tomorrow for poplar and juniper pollen, and high symptoms both days for tree pollen. It's that time of year, kind of a good rule of thumb. Warmer temperatures and breezy conditions generally equals higher pollen counts and symptoms. Cooler temperatures and rain showers kind of knocks that pollen out of the air. Usually means lower counts and lower pollen symptoms. All right, drought monitor. And again, this includes data through Tuesday morning of each week. Not a lot of change locally, although the Twin Cities has been dropped from any kind of drought conditions. Still some severe to moderate drought conditions in southern portions of the Boone area. But the good news, we did have 3 stripes of higher rainfall totals. One from Rochester down through portions of Fillmore and Winneshiek counties. Another one bisecting Juneau and Adams counties. And the heaviest was some thunderstorm activity from southern Monroe County through eastern Vernon into Richland County. And right on the Crawford-Richland County line, well over an inch of rainfall with some locally heavier rainfall. The rest of us, though, in that lighter range from, say, a trace to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. All right, we had some rain showers just before midnight here in the Cross, but just a couple hundredths of an inch, 0.05 to be exact. That has dried up, and sunshine is returning. 49 degrees out at the airport, 48 downtown. Still blustery northwest winds, though, at 10 to 20. 44 for you folks in Eau Claire with a wind chill of 39. So temperatures all across the tri-state area, generally in the 40s, including that 49 in La Crosse, 46 in Winona, 45 in Black River Falls, and 43 in Viroqua. Winds from the northwest, 10 to 20. They could gust 20 to 30 miles per hour at times today. And again, those clouds from the rain showers moving out as we speak. The rain now well to our south, even south and west of Chicago. But as that low departs and high pressure sits over Nebraska, kind of a squeeze play, and that's why we're seeing those breezy conditions continue today from the north and west. Otherwise, plenty of sun, just a few fair weather clouds bubbling up at times. Tonight, mainly clear and lighter winds, and then tomorrow lots of sunshine. And notice the winds turn to the south, and that means warmer temperatures for the weekend. Some isolated showers bypassing us to the north and east Saturday night, but Sunday looking dry as well. Zone forecast showing highs today fairly seasonable, upper 50s to near 60. Our average high is 58. We'll be right around 60. And most spots will see highs between about 55 and 60 or 61 degrees or so, right around 60 for Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. Warmer tomorrow, though. Highs in the 70s, right around 73 in La Crosse, and most locations will see highs between about 70 and 76 degrees or so, maybe even a 77 in Durand, 78 in Pepin, low to mid 70s in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So still breezy today, sunshine, just a few clouds, highs around 60. For tonight, mainly clear, lighter winds, lows around 38, and then again, dry and warm for the weekend. Highs in the 70s, still warm on Monday. Then I'm tracking a chance of thunderstorms Monday night and into Tuesday. Rather windy Tuesday as well. Some lingering showers into Wednesday morning. Slight chance of showers next Thursday and Friday, but breezy and cooler later next week. 56 on Thursday, 50 on Friday, and a high of 52 on Saturday. So enjoy those 70s this weekend. That's the latest check of my 8-day forecast. Now here's Alexandra with Foodie Friday.
Higher temperatures are finally adding some spring warmth to the air, which is one reason the Mediterranean-influenced cuisine of our guest today feels just right for Foodie Friday. Joining us now is Greg Jaworski, owner and operator of Nosh Scratch Kitchen in Winona. Good morning. Welcome to Foodie Friday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy to have you. So just start by telling us a little bit what Nosh Scratch Kitchen is.
Well, it's a scratch kitchen.
Yeah, what does that mean?
We do everything in-house as much as we can. Yeah, and we just try to make things the way they used to be done, from scratch, not purchased off a Cisco truck, just cooked with knives and pots and pans.
Wow, okay, yeah, that is unique and, you know, harder to come by these days, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, that's great. So you did bring some ingredients, very fresh, they smell and look beautiful. What can you tell us about your ingredients?
Well, they're local and they're grown now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So farmers markets don't open for another couple weeks, but you can still find fresh produce. These are wild ramps. They're in season right now, so I have a certified forager who went out into the woods and got these for me.
Wow.
So, yeah, even in Minnesota, Wisconsin,
right,
you can
in
get
early
local
spring.
foods.
Yeah, okay, great. And so it looks like you have, is it kale or other kinds of root vegetables
Yes,
there?
there's lacinato kale and rainbow chard and broccolini and kohlrabi, along with the ramps, of course.
Okay, great. And does your menu change every day, or how often does it
Every
change?
single day.
Wow, okay, and
Not
that's all?
Not completely, but, you know, small
Little
things
tweaks.
here and there as the the weather changes and the ingredients morph.
Yeah, so based on what you can get. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's great. You also have an impressive wine list. Tell us about that.
Yeah, wine, cocktail, beer, we try to run the gamut on what's trendy and popular and what people like, so.
Okay, and that's kind of similar to your food philosophy too?
Yeah, maybe a little heavier on the bourbon. I really like bourbon, so.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, probably more bourbon than wine.
Okay, which is fine for Wisconsin. Well, you're in Minnesota, but I'm sure you get Wisconsin visitors, so I'm sure
And
they don't mind.
We have brandy too.
Okay.
For the Wisconsinites.
Yeah, good to know. All right, so any specials or events going on at Nosh Scratch Kitchen? What can you tell us about that? Or people
Yeah,
can
just-
have events, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. They can have events, and you know, it's pretty much just status quo. Every day is unique. The menu changes every day, so we will be celebrating 20 years this summer.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. But
Okay.
it should be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. but
Okay, we'll stay tuned for that. And you are on social media if people want to learn more?
That'd be great. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, all the basics there.
Yeah.
All right, great. And what would you want people to know about Nosh Scratch Kitchen before they visit you?
Well, I mean that we're there, which is nice because we're up in Winona. But yeah, that we care and we're trying to cook food the right way and we're passionate about what we do.
Okay. And do you have a favorite recipe that you're cooking up these days?
No, just ingredients, you know, like the ramps. Watercress is another one, local ingredient. So
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
I'm really focused on ingredients and technique, not necessarily recipes.
Okay, so it seems like a good place if people want to try some of these, especially because they are locally grown, right? And these aren't things that most people have in their kitchen, so it looks like it would be a good place for people to try some of these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great. Okay, and what about hours? When are you guys open?
Tuesday through Saturday nights. So we open at 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock.
Don't have a set closing time. We stop seating. So we don't kick you out. We just stop seating people.
Okay. All right. So you went over your hours. Okay. And reservations, are they recommended or?
Highly.
They are.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, especially on the weekends. We're fairly busy. So.
Okay. And how can we go about getting reservations?
Yeah, shoot us a call, an email. I don't have an online service. I personally like to do that interface, so most likely you'll get a call from me, and we'll set you up.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your business.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, of course. And stay with us. We're back right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, much more on the complicated and controversial life of O.J. Simpson. Columnist Bill Rhoden, who covered Simpson since the beginning of his career, joins us to talk about how he captivated the country on and off the field. Also, you can never have enough kindness, and Steve Hartman has another episode of Kindness 101, this time on altruism. He introduces us to a young man who will teach us what it means to pay it forward. And you will meet one of Nashville's most in-demand songwriters. His name is Ernest, and he's out with a new album that includes a hit song with his good friend, the one and only Jelly Roll. Hear what he says about this new chapter in his life. We will see you at 7.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Baths is looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now be one of 50 homeowners who call and receive free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City Baths.
They're very concerned about the job that they do and very professional and like I said before, very friendly, so I appreciated that too.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. Our custom baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. Plus, with our price lock guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. So pick up the phone, schedule your bath or shower installation, and ask about Mad City's double lifetime labor warranty. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners who call now will receive special savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your estimate. Now be sure to have your zip code and location ready to qualify here at Mad City. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Good news. Yeah.
I've got the champ on one side and the legend on the other.
This is your family.
You're not anywhere else other than right here, and I feel that.
I suggest starting your day off with a dance party.
Of course we're dancing.
Turn you time into Drew time.
We make this show for you. Wherever you are, just take it with you.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8. The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for your morning news now. President Biden announcing 277,000 more Americans will get their student debt canceled. This latest round of forgiveness comes just days after unveiling plans to cancel debt for more than 30 million Americans earlier this week, and it applies to borrowers enrolled in the SAVE plan, income-driven repayment plans, and those who receive public service loan forgiveness. The administration has now approved cancellation for borrowers in income-driven repayment, public service workers, those defrauded by schools, and disabled borrowers, including veterans. You can learn more at studentaid.gov/debt relief. A liberal member of Wisconsin Supreme Court won't be seeking a fourth term. Justice Ann Walsh Bradley says she'll finish out her current term, which is up next year. The 73-year-old says it's time to pass the torch and bring some fresh perspectives to the court. Conservative and former Attorney General Brad Schimmel is already a confirmed candidate for Walsh Bradley's seat. Dane County Judge Susan Crawford and State Court of Appeals Judge Chris Taylor also both considering bids. Wisconsin's Elections Commission, meanwhile, unanimously rejecting a petition to recall Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. Activists angry over Vos's refusal to decertify Biden's 2020 win filed that petition, but it lacked sufficient valid signatures. The Racine DA now investigating fraudulent names on those forms. Ex-Justice Michael Gableman, whom Vos hired then fired over a failed election probe, baselessly claimed the recall was sabotaged.
When they instigated this recall on January 10th, the person who did so listed Assembly District 63. And unless you've got something in writing that says otherwise, I am fairly confident that when our staff says that they did not tell anyone what district to file in, that they are being honest and truthful with us.
The same petitioners are filing a second recall effort. Those petitions are due at the end of next month. New federal regulations are putting strict limits on forever chemicals that are found in drinking water. The EPA says they will save thousands of lives. The new federal regulations require public water systems to test for 6 different kinds of PFAS. The new regulations move the PFAS contamination standard down to just 4 parts per trillion. That's the equivalent of 4 drops of water in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
This is an investment in people's health. PFAS is a health crisis. Right? It's not an inconvenience, it's a health crisis.
The EPA estimates 6 to 10% of the nation's water systems will need to make changes, including systems in our region. The new regulations come as Governor Tony Evers calls the state's Joint Finance Committee to release $125 million to combat PFAS. Community Connection Center is set to close its doors at the end of June. Since opening in 2021, the center hosts different programs, events, and activities for seniors in the area. But the La Crosse City Council decided not to renew the lease. The community recreational manager says the new location will allow them to add even more programs.
We do love the space here. It's a good program space and we've been able to add a lot of programs. But on the flip side, we were also really excited to kind of piece that puzzle together and still have those programs and then just have different locations for them.
The programs will move either to the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center or the Southside Neighborhood Center starting next month.
Temperatures this Friday morning starting in the 40s. It's still going to be breezy today, but dry with plenty of sun, just a few fair weather clouds mixed in. Northwesterly winds 10 to 20, gusting to 30 with highs in the Cross right around 60 degrees. Warmer for the weekend, low to mid 70s. Still warm to start next week on Monday. Tracking some thunderstorm chances Monday night and into Tuesday. Windy on Tuesday as well. And then breezy and churning cooler later next week.
All right, Bill, thank you. And if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, here are some events. The Onalaska Omni Center hosting its Spring Gift and Craft Show Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can browse 100 vendors selling decor, pottery, and more. Admission is free, but non-perishable food donations are welcome to support the Onalaska Food Pantry. If you're in Eau Claire, the Spring Soiree vendor market will run tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Eau Claire Event District. Explore goods from 60 Wisconsin-based vendors. And Winona turning into Margaritaville tomorrow night as Parrot Head Paradise pays tribute to Jimmy Buffett at Cotter High School. The 11-person band will take the stage at 7 o'clock. You can grab your tickets at hurryback.org. Thank you so much for starting your Friday morning with us on News 8 this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.